Howdy folks, I'm Animated Arctic Fertility, artistically arranging aesthetic acorns.
I'm Amber.
And here are more aesthetic acorns for us to arrange into a gigantic montage of butterflies. That's what we're doing, acorn butterflies. Let's get started. Or Reddit, you choose. Alright folks, and our first letter is titled, Am I a Jerk? My boyfriend, a 33-year-old male, is very upset with me, a 33-year-old female, over not agreeing to get Pricey a gift for him. I don't think that I should be expected to. Am I the jerk here? I'm going to try to keep this as to the point as I can. Basically, me and my boyfriend have been dating for almost 2 years and we live together. He has an almost 5-year-old son with another woman. I've met his child and we occasionally will do things all together. Essentially, I've been around his kid plenty, but does not live with us at all. His son lives with his mother full time, and last year on Father's Day, I didn't say Happy Father's Day or acknowledge it at all, not for any reason, I just genuinely didn't think to. He's not my father, and we don't have a child together. It just didn't register to me at all. Again, not anything in a malicious way. Well, afterwards, he told me that he was pretty upset by this. Fast forward to now, and we just recently had an argument about how in the wrong that I was, that I didn't admit that I was wrong, and that I should acknowledge it. He started going on about wanting a gift that would benefit both of us, and it was $70. He said that he would even throw in $20. After arguing about it, and saying that I was obligated, or that I should get him a gift for Father's Day, I finally conceded, and I got him a gift for Father's Day then. Well then, a couple of days later, he sends me a link for $130 tools that he wanted and said that I should get it for him for Father's Day. He even found it on eBay for $100, and I said that's pretty expensive for Father's Day. He lost it. He told me that I was selfish, that I was only thinking of myself, etc., 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 that if I wasn't getting that, he would throw away anything that I did get in the trash, saying that it was not that expensive. That it was Father's Day, and it was the only holiday that he cares about, and it's more important than his birthday and Christmas, etc. That he didn't care if I didn't get anything for those holidays. This is the only one that matters to him, even though I've already spent plenty of money on those days, and I'm pretty sure that he would care if I got him nothing for his birthday. Well, my point of view is that nothing should be expected other than a Happy Father's Day and maybe a card. Anything more would be nice, but definitely shouldn't be an expectation. There's no obligation for me to go all out for him on this day of the year. And honestly, Father's Day to me isn't a holiday that you go and spend a ton of money on. I only ever got my own father simple and inexpensive gifts, just like Valentine's Day. I don't expect a big gift. This feels on par with that holiday to me. And honestly, this whole attitude of buy me a pricey gift or you're selfish and I'll throw anything else in the trash is just ridiculous to me. I would never ever act like that or say anything like that to him for any occasion. And for the context, I'm not a mother. So anyways, we got on the topic again, and he got into a screaming match over it. He then proceeded to tell me that I do nothing for him and list all kinds of hurtful things, which could not be further away from the truth. Am I the jerk? And am I being unreasonable? Or is he? Someone please tell me. Alright folks, what do you think? Do we have a reason why he is broken up with his last partner and why he doesn't have full custody of his child?
Yeah, OP, you're definitely not the jerk in this situation. The audacity of this man. Like, he is not, like, I understand if you and your partner are co-parenting together, it can be nice to buy them something for their, like, Father's Day and Mother's Day type of thing. But that's not the situation here. You two are not raising this child. He is kind of occasionally a dad. And like the level of manipulation here is like, oh, well, you buy something for us together, I'll kick in money. And then, oh, but you have to buy me this expensive tool set on top of that. Like, you already got him something that you hadn't intended to get him, but now he's demanding even more stuff. And like,
And the fact, I always want to interject real quick here.
mm-hmm.
It's the most important holiday in the year for him, for something that he's only, occasional weekends, right?
Right, exactly. This is just a cash grab.
Mm-hmm.
Is really what it boils down to. I don't know if it's worth continuing this with this man at this point in time.
Well, that's the problem I have here, is it doesn't feel like it's worth continuing things, and I don't see things getting better. He's being manipulative, he's accusing, he's yelling, he's treating OP abusively here, right? Because OP wouldn't get him a $100 gift on top of the $50 gift that she already got him?
Mm-hmm.
No, no. I mean, this guy is just being a user at this point in time. And I think that things are only going to get worse from here, right? Next time, when it comes to your birthday, if you don't get him something, he's going to scream and cry and try to use that as a guilt trip for the next year about how you should have treated his holiday with better, more respect, and that you should have known better than not to get him anything, that he wasn't really serious when he said that.
Well, yeah, I'm absolutely certain that if OP were to be like, well, you said that this was the only holiday you cared about, that he would very quickly turn things around, and he would not be okay with that way.
Or just deny it outright that
Yeah.
he said that ever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, I don't really feel like deception is beyond this individual.
Yeah.
I think that OP, for their own sake and sanity and health and well-being, should probably leave this relationship.
Mm-hmm.
He's shown his true colors, and he's shown what kind of individual he is. He doesn't care about being a father for Father's Day. It's not like he's fighting constantly to be like a full-time dad to his kid or something like that, and like trying to get into the courts and being like, I really want more time with my child, I deserve more time with my child, type of thing, right?
Even if he was a fully involved father,
Yeah,
like,
it's still not up to OP to tell him a happy Father's Day, right?
exactly. And like, did he get OP anything for Mother's Day? I'm sure he didn't.
No.
It doesn't sound like he did. But it seems like you're as involved a parent as he is. So if you're not a parent, then is he really a parent either?
Yeah, just look up every single holiday that you can possibly look up on the calendar every single day of the year. And anytime a holiday comes up, even if it's an obscure one, just start yelling and screaming about how this is the most important holiday and that you can't believe that he didn't get you
You
anything.
didn't get me anything for National Cheese Day?
Why didn't you get me anything for National Cheese Day? This is the most important holiday of the year for me. I demand a 20-pound block of cheddar. Why didn't you get me a 20-pound block of cheddar? I don't understand this.
As interesting as that could be, your best bet is just to walk.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not going to react well to that.
No,
I don't think
no,
the
I was
guy.
joking.
I know you were joking, but like, I don't trust his behavior. I
No.
think this is a situation to just get out of
Exactly.
ASAP.
But let me know what you folks think. So anyhow, take care and good luck. And Clown Show Judge says, oh, I need to edit to say you are the jerk. I gave up on reading any comments to your post. Are you going to marry this dude? If you do not plan on marrying him, why are you wasting your time with him? The guy clearly has a lot of stuff going on, probably doesn't feel appreciated in either direction. 2 years ago, and you spend no time with the kids? Who's the jerk here? If you don't want to marry him, save the guy and his kid from having you around so they can find someone who wants a family. And OP replies, this is a strange take. Who said that I didn't want to marry him or have a family? That's not even what this post is about, so I don't understand what your angle is here. Unless you just want to play the devil's advocate, I want all of those things, and I don't spend that much time with his kid because he spends time with his son at at the child's mom's house, and that's his choice, not mine. What was that person on?
It was a very, very strange response to the whole thing.
And Bartony670 says, does he even deserve a good Father's Day gift? It seems like you guys do not have much interaction with his son. It basically reads as if his son is in his life like a nephew, not someone he's responsible for. He does not come across as a stand-up guy in this post. Mother's Day was a month ago. Did he get you anything? And OP replies, I'm not a mother, so no, lol. But I will say that even though he doesn't live with us, he does go over to the child's mother's house to spend time with him often, which I don't mind at all and I'm comfortable with. He spends time with him, though, through the week and tries to be a good father. That's why Father's Day matters so much to him, according to him. Well, it's at least good to know that he is spending time with his kid, but this is, again, not OP's problem.
Well, and it's also like, why isn't he ever bringing the kid around OP?
Yeah.
You know, why is he always going to his ex's house?
Yeah. All right, folks, on our next letter is titled, Am I a Jerk for Telling My Mom that her remarrying made me prefer my father as a parent to her, and it's her fault that we aren't as close. When I, a 23-year-old female, was 5, my parents divorced. It was very hard on me. My mother remarried 2 years later to my stepdad, Dan. Dan has one daughter, Delilah, a 22-year-old, and my stepfather and stepsister are both okay. I don't have any real problems with either of them, though I just never really felt close to them. They just don't feel like family to me, and I've always wished my parents stayed together. As a kid, I always got Thanksgiving with Dad and Christmas with Mom. My dad burned the turkey the first year that we had Thanksgiving together, and we went and got Chinese food. Ever since then, we've always gotten Chinese food for the holiday. I love the holiday with my dad because it's just me and him spending time together. Ever since the divorce, my dad has never dated or remarried. He's always said that I'll always be his number one priority. And maybe he'll meet someone when I go off and get married. He spends a lot of time working too. My boyfriend has jokingly compared my dad to Charlie from Twilight, and is awkwardly dead on. Well, when my mom got married, I felt like I became her last priority. She always placed her new husband first, and we never spent time together one-on-one. As an adult, I've just spent all the holidays with my dad. He would be alone without me anyways. My mom really wants me to come home on Thanksgiving this year. She said that she's sad because she feels like I'm way closer to my dad, which I am. I told her that I am closer to dad because he's always placed me first, which she never has. She was upset and said that she had the right to move on and find love and be happy. I told her that she was right. She did have that right. But Dad didn't feel the same way, and that's why I have a better relationship with him. I told her that I never got just to see my mom. It always had to be her and Dan and Delilah. She chose to make them her family, and I've never had a choice in the matter, and I never felt like my feelings mattered. I see my mom a few times a year, whereas I see my dad at least once a week. My social media is filled with pictures of us going and doing stuff, whereas I don't have any pictures or posts of my mother up. She said that it hurts her feelings, and apparently our extended family and my grandma have commented on it. Am I the jerk? All right, folks, what do you think?
No, not the jerk. And it's really frustrating, these kind of situations where, I mean, yes, the mom is entitled to move on.
Yeah.
And spend time with who she wants. But she has to remember that relationships are two-way streets.
Yeah.
If she is not giving OP one-on-one time, if she is not, treating OP like, it's like sometimes when you read these stories, the step family becomes like an entirely packaged deal.
Yeah.
And like, no matter what the relationships are, it's really important to have one-on-one time with each of your kids.
Mm-hmm.
And so it just seems like OP, like OP was saying, she's never been a priority, and she's kind of fallen last. And the mom, I'm guessing based on the last bit of the post, that it's the comments from the other family members that are getting to her more than anything, and she wants to save face.
Yeah.
But like, again, she's going to have to step up and make an effort if she wants that to be the case. She can't expect OP to drop everything and come rushing in to play happy family with her.
Yeah. Well, and that's it. I think that you made a lot of the good points here, and I think that this may very well be more of a reputation thing than anything, that she doesn't really care, because the thing is, like, if she really cared, I think she would actually make that kind of time for OP and to say, hey, why don't we go out and hang out then? I mean, I didn't realize that you wanted just some one-on-one time with us. Why don't we go on and next weekend go out to a park or go to shopping or something like that? She's not making that time for them at this point.
Well, that's the thing, is like, instead of owning up that, oh, maybe I made a mistake, she's doubling down and being like, you should be doing this for me.
Yeah. Like, well, what do you want her to do? Arrange your social calendar? Call her, set something up. I don't know. But let me know what you folks think. So anyhow, take care and good luck. And Chris8292 says, this seems like unsolved trauma relating to the divorce versus your mother doing anything wrong. Do you know why they divorced? Was your mother your primary caregiver, or did they split custody 50-50? And I'm Big Tired 63 says, that's what I'm saying. I'm not a weaponized incompetence girly, but not knowing how to cook a meal for a holiday for 18 years seems a little bit off to me. It seems like they were just trying to have a tradition. They established a tradition for Thanksgiving, Well,
and like, it's very possible that the mom did the majority of the caretaking at first. But again, it seems like OP ended up taking a backseat in that relationship. And I mean, sure, if she's thrown all that energy into her new family, like, maybe her husband should step up and help too, but that's not OP's problem. OP was a kid in all of this.
Yeah. And Foxy8787 says, are you talking about the dad burning the turkey? I mean, that was just a mistake and they got Chinese food to quickly fix it. Then it became a tradition. I don't see a problem with that. And I'm Big Tired 63 says, I disagree. There's a lot of divorced dads out there where if the problem can't be fixed with money, then it's not getting fixed. And I'm saying this as a man. Who did she live with? It's easy to be like, Daddy put all of his time into me. When I was over there, when he's not the primary parent? And OP replies, my parents had split custody. I spent just as much time with my father as my mother. My father could cook. He just burnt one turkey on accident. You're honestly reaching just because you're desperate to insult my father. I don't know if you just hate men or something, but you need some help. And OP also gets into the custody arrangement. Sorry to burst your bubble. 1 week on, 1 week off, completely equal custody. My dad wasn't some weekend hero who barely saw me and pretended to be a good parent every other weekend. And OP replies to the main thread. They divorced because they wanted different things and wanted different lifestyles. My mom is a lot more outgoing. She likes to go to concerts, going on vacations, etc. And my dad likes to watch TV and hang out at home more. And they had split custody. All right, folks, and our next letter is titled, Today I Messed Up by Accidentally Becoming a Catholic Priest. As with most of these stories, this didn't happen today, but happened several years ago. I had a day off from work and I decided to have some alone time. Being the religious man that I am, I went and I drove to the local cathedral of my state, and I sat on the steps reading the Bible, overlooking the city below, and just enjoying some peace and quiet. It was a chilly fall day, and I was leaning against the pillar, resting on the steps, when a woman approached me. She says, excuse me, do you know what the photography policy is here? Do you know where we're allowed to take pictures? I glanced behind the woman and I saw a group of about 10 men and women in their nicest formal attire. I particularly noticed a woman with her hair nicely done, wearing a long, flowing white dress. Obviously, this was a wedding party here to take some photos, and the woman I was speaking to was the photographer. As it so happened, I actually did know the photography policy for the cathedral. My wife is an avid photographer, and we had taken photos from the hill overlooking the city just a few weeks prior. I got up and I walked over to the couple along with the photographer, and I pointed out the approved photo spots. I explained the policy to the group, and I told them about the other parts of the cathedral that would make for excellent shots without violating any of the guidelines. I also gave my most heartfelt congratulations to the couple, wishing them all well and an amazing wedding day. Everyone was so thankful and happy to have run into me. And as I turned to leave, the couple asked me if they could take a photo with me. Odd, I thought, but why not? We took a quick photo on the steps before I got ready to leave. As I was getting ready to depart, the wife and the photographer approached me, and the wife said, "Thank you so much for your help, Father. It's really great that the clergy here are so welcoming and helpful. We're from out of state, getting married here because our family wants us to. I appreciate your time with your busy schedule." I froze. I glanced down at myself. I'm dressed in a nice shirt and slacks with a cross necklace hanging out, but I definitely didn't look like a priest. Maybe she thought that I was a priest in casual attire? No idea. Unsure of what to do, all I said was, "Congratulations again," before quickly heading to my car and getting out of there. To this day, I realize that some couple has a wedding photo with me in it and a story about the nicest priest who helped them out. Felt too awkward at the time to inform them of their error. So I guess that I was promoted just from being in the right place at the right time. My wife will be surprised to learn that we are suddenly Catholic and now I am a priest. All right, folks, what do you think?
That's a fun story.
It is.
I mean, and like, it's one of those things where, like, it doesn't matter, you know, like, even if the couple thinks they get a photo with a nice priest, like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, except for when they talk to the priests the next day and they're like, "There's no priest like that." And then they think that it's a ghost
story.
Yes. So they're the ghost priest that they got a picture with that haunts the cathedral every once in a while. I think it's a nice wholesome story. I don't think that OP did anything wrong when they froze up. Like, they were kind of in an awkward position and, you know, they had done a nice thing for these people and they didn't want to ruin the moment for them or make them feel awkward or embarrassed or anything like that, right?
Well, that's it. It's one of those situations where these people they're from out of state. They're not going to be coming back here. There's no harm in not correcting their mistake.
Yeah. But let me know what you folks think. So anyhow, take care and good luck. All right, folks, it is tea time. Grab your beverages of choice. I've got some tea right here, and Amber, she has a joke.
Why did the dad interrogate his child?
Oh, the dad interrogated his child because the child didn't get him anything for Father's Day or didn't get him an expensive enough gift for Father's Day. And so he threw away the kid's stuff because that's what the father in story 1 would have done.
Because he loves to grill.
Oh, yes.
And of course, it's Father's Day. It's also Nature Photography Day.
Ooh. So that last story kind of covered two bases, if you count the father being a Catholic priest. And I have licorice spice. Alright folks, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Happy, spectacular, special Sunday, folks. I hope it's special for you as it is for me. And you know what makes it special? You do, and Amber does too.
And Brian does too.
Amber, we need some kind of moral advice and guidance, and please have it father-related.
Don't use the fact that you're a father to pressure people into buying you gifts.
Especially if you're not a real father and you're a Catholic, not a real Catholic priest at a church. I don't know where we were going with that one, but I wanted to throw something in there. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye.